So this is day 62 of the daily dollar cost average. And again, same routine, convert DAI over to Bitcoin for the amount of $333. Okay, so there you have it. We'll look at the portfolio. And as you can see, let me just see. Yeah, so you have 0.3955, so just under 40% of a Bitcoin. So yeah, that's what you have there. Anyways, we'll just do the typical thing, go over to YouTube, look at just try to see what's going on as far as just the general news. Okay, so again, you got guys like Cryptos R Us saying it's going to be $80,000. Time sensitive Bitcoin alert: do not make the mistake many BTC holders are making in this situation. This guy, Crypto Crew University, is going on about this pi cycle again. Website crashes after price index increases 12% annualized. Big interest rate hikes coming. That's interesting. If there is big interest rate hikes coming, I really don't know how that would affect Bitcoin. Because I think Bitcoin is the inflation fighter. So if there's hyperinflation, I think it would go up. But now, is the exact opposite true? Because there's different ways of looking at it. Because if there is hyperinflation, just by virtue of so much money, being out there, a lot of it will probably gravitate towards anything that people consider an asset, right? So if Bitcoin is deemed as a hedge against inflation, money would probably gravitate towards it just simply because people have nowhere else to put the money. But you could also look at it from the point of view if there's going to be a huge interest rate hike coming, a lot of people might want to dump their real estate because that real estate's the most sensitive towards interest rate hikes. So if interest rates do start going up, you're going to see a lot of people lose money in real estate because it's inversely related. As interest rates go up, housing prices go down. It's as simple as that. So what people may do, and I don't know for sure if this would happen, but it could stand to reason that Bitcoin could go up in a higher interest rate environment simply because people who cashed in, like say somebody right now is 100% convinced that interest rates are going to hike and they have a significant portfolio in real estate. They could simply dump it, leave it in cash, and start buying Bitcoin later or start buying Bitcoin now. You know what I mean? Like they could have some sort of a strategy. They'd almost use it, I would say, kind of like a money market fund in the sense that just to park their money somewhere because they don't know where else to put it. So if you, again, and I'm talking about big players, like if a guy has, hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate, commercial real estate, residential real estate, owns apartment buildings and whatnot, and started to sell those properties, you might say, okay, what do I do with this, 150, $200 million? I got to put it somewhere. I don't trust fiat currency because they're printing it like crazy. It's going to deflate. I don't trust, obviously real estate because that's what I just got out of. So where am I going to put it? Might put it in Bitcoin. You never know. I don't know, or at least put a portion of it in there. So it could be bullish because it could, like Bitcoin could kind of take in all the money that's leaving real estate, and it could be going there just as, like I said, just more or less like a parking lot because people don't know what to do with it. So they're trying to protect it, and they might, eventually go back into real estate when they feel that it's bottomed out. They might say, okay, this property was worth, $50 million. Interest rate hikes have come in. Now it's only worth like $12 million. So hey, that's a bargain. You know, they know the industry. They might say, yeah, I'm going to buy, instead of buying one at 50, I'll buy three for 36. You know, three similar type buildings or whatever. Anyways, I'm just this is just fictitious, but I'm saying that could be a possibility that higher interest rate hikes could also help Bitcoin. Again, you'd have to just see how it plays out. It's hard to figure out how people are going to act upon different economic conditions. So I can't really say for sure. But anyways, but that definitely would look like something. But then yeah, you have like people really pushing Ethereum. They're all saying it's going to 10K. Then you got that guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like a Bitcoin billionaire, an Indian guy. I can't remember his name though. He's saying Ethereum's going to go down to nothing, right? Okay, this guy's basically saying, I'm going to listen to what this guy has to say about Ethereum. So we'll just listen to his point of view and hear what he has to say.
So, you want to invest in the cryptocurrency market, but you don't know where to start?
If you buy Ethereum today, it's probably not going to make you rich. Oh, sure, you're going to do okay. You'll get some good returns from it without a doubt. But the likelihood that you're going to be able to buy a couple $1,000 worth of Ethereum and get wildly rich, I'm sorry, but that's just not logical. Heck, a couple of grand right now only buys one Ethereum these days. And look, I say this, I'm making this video as someone who is, of course, a big Ethereum bull, a big Ethereum fan. But we need to take a rational approach to our investing. And as fun as it would be for me to make a title for this video telling you that Ethereum is going to make you $1 million, just buy one Ethereum, you'll get $1 million. Ethereum is going to 100x. That's just not based in reality, at least not as I see reality. Maybe I'm just not being bullish enough here, but I don't think we're going to see 100x for Ethereum. Now, in this video, I'll explain why Ethereum is unlikely to make you rich, but also why Ethereum is still an excellent investment and deserves your attention. My name is Lark, and every day I make videos to help you make money investing. So if that is what you want to do, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I also recommend that you click on the notification bell so you know when I put out a new video. And if you want to buy yourself some Ethereum, maybe some other top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Chainlink or Cardano, then you need to get yourself an account over on Binance. You can buy there using like 50 different fiat currencies. And if you use the link in the description to start your account, then you will get 10% off of your trading fees and up to $700 in bonuses, which is obviously awesome. Okay, now let's get into this topic. First, we need to establish some likely and unlikely scenarios. Obviously, you should have bought ETH back when it was like $100 in 2020. Well, where were you at? Why weren't you buying ETH back then? But you know, we can't rewind time, right? So we have to deal with ETH at the price that it is right now. The reality of investing in Ethereum today is that one Ethereum costs around $2,000. So let's discuss a few potential price scenarios and what that could mean for actually getting rich by investing in Ethereum. Now, if you buy one Ethereum today, will it make you rich? No. No, it won't. I think we need to just pause here and discuss realistic price predictions for Ethereum. You see, I think that a 10x for Ethereum over the next few years, that is a realistic goal for the asset. You know, that's obviously a bull bias prediction, assuming everything goes well for Ethereum. But that would, for reference, give Ethereum a market cap of $2.3 trillion, which is like big local money, right? That would essentially make Ethereum more valuable than Apple, a company which in 2020 sold 235 million phones, as well as loads of other cool products. So even calling for a 10x for Ethereum from here, that's a pretty damn big call, to be honest. That's like the top of the bull case. I think it's possible, but that's, again, that's the really bullish scenario. Now let's go back to our one Ethereum. So in this situation, our $2,000 investment has turned into $20,000. Nice. $20,000 is great. Definitely not bad, but also not rich. But Lark, Other YouTubers tell me that Ethereum's going to 100x. Well, let me introduce you to mathematics, because that would give Ethereum a market cap of $23 trillion. Come on, man. That's absurd. That's absurd. Now, what if you buy more than one Ethereum? Well, mathematics still applies. So if you buy 10 Ethereum and it does a 10x, the bull case here, then you will have $200,000 worth of Ethereum. Now that's pretty damn good. $20,000 into 200 grand, nice. Assuming a 5% staking rate, that's about a $10,000 a year in passive income as well. That rate may be less though, because of course the more people who stake, the less the reward is going to be. I can personally see a scenario where staking rewards for Ethereum actually get down to like 1 or 2% a year, with lots of ETH locked up, staking, hunting for the same rewards. But hey, at least you have $200,000 worth of an asset now. That's pretty impressive. Is that rich? Well, probably not by most of your standards. $200,000, that's a lot of money, man. That's 200K. That's pretty amazing. It will just about buy you a new Lamborghini, if you like such things, of course. And what about if you buy 100 Ethereum today? Will that make you rich? Here's a quick news flash for you. If you can afford to buy 100 Ethereum, to spend $200,000, lay it down the line for some Ethereum today, congratulations, because you're already rich. You made it. Yeah, it's good for you. And if Ethereum does a 10x, then you will have $2 million worth of Ethereum, and you're just going to be more rich. Nice. Now here is the silver lining to our conversation. Although Ethereum won't turn you from a regular dude working a 9-to-5 job into a multi-millionaire if you invest in Ethereum now, I think it's still actually a great investment in my opinion. Now, if you want those bigger gains, obviously you got to go start hunting down the lower cap altcoins, things that can do 100x moves and actually give you those really, really big returns. It's much less likely to see those kind of outsized returns with something like Ethereum. Anyway, even if it is far from the highest gain potential asset in the market, I still think it's a great investment. So why do I think that? Well, first, Ethereum is the most important smart contract platform out there, in spite of the current limitations, which there are quite a few, including, of course, the high fees. I do believe that this situation will change. Ethereum also has the biggest amount of brains behind it building this blockchain out. It's also home to all of the hottest and most exciting products built in the cryptocurrency industry, including, of course, decentralized finance, NFTs, the hottest trends in crypto right now living on Ethereum. And while Ethereum does not have a monopoly on these market niches by any means, of course, the reality is that the best and the most important applications with the most liquidity and the most users, they exist on Ethereum. There are also very important upcoming events that mean that Ethereum will continue to be a very important asset. One thing very important, of course, is scaling. Optimism is a scaling solution that should deliver 100x scalability to Ethereum this year. The good news is Optimism isn't the only scaling solution. Of course, we have Polygon right now. We have XDAI and loads of other stuff in the pipeline for Ethereum scaling. And then, of course, Ethereum 2.0 is coming, which is definitely going to scale up Ethereum. Staking is live right now for the 2.0 network. Now, when mining...
Okay, so what this guy is saying is, again, I would say this guy has his head screwed on, right? Like he's not, blowing smoke up your ass. Like, this guy's just realistic. It all comes down to math. It was the same reason why I was talking about Cardano the other day, saying that, people are saying, oh, it's going up to $100. There's no way. There is no way Cardano, with the volume that they, like with the amount of tokens that they have outstanding, could ever go to $100. There is no way. Because, okay, we'll just juxtapose the two, right? We'll look at Ethereum. Okay, so where's Ethereum here? Ethereum. Go to the overview on it. Yeah, Ethereum has 115 million tokens, like in existence. That's it, 115.4. Okay, it's the second most held cryptocurrency. So there's 115 million. Okay, So to juxtapose that to the United States, there's over 300 million people in the States. So there's roughly a third Ethereums for every person in the United States. So, and if you juxtapose it to the world population, what's the world population? About 7.5 billion. So there's far less of this than there are people in the States, and even further, less Ethereum than people on the planet. So it can warrant this type of a price just by sheer numbers. Okay. Now you go over to Cardano. Excuse me. So you go to Cardano, and again, it's the exact same thing. There's 31.9 billion Cardano, like ADAs, they call it ADAs, ADA. There is no way this can ever go to $100 if they maintain this level of tokens. Because a lot of cryptos, what they do is they burn the tokens. Like they basically, it's kind of like a share buyback, like in equities markets. What they do is they might have an objective of saying, we're going to burn like 100,000 a day or whatever to reduce the supply. So this price goes up. But unless they start doing some major burning on this, there is no way that this could ever get above, like, I would say $3. There's no way. It's like impossible, just because there's like, this is okay. Just again, I'll just look at, current world population, right? So they're saying right now it's almost 8 billion people. There's 7.874 billion people. So close to 8 billion people, right? So if you have 31.9, so you got 31.9 billion people. So you divide, you got 7.874. So I'll just take that number. So you got 7.874965825. Okay. Okay, so you got like almost five Ethereums for every person on the planet. Okay, so there's just no way this thing could ever go to $1,000. There's no possible way that this thing could ever hit that much. And again, he's basically saying the same thing. You got to look at numbers. And again, so for this 31.9 billion, okay? So 31.9 billion, okay? Multiplied by, say, $100. Okay, there it is there. That's so if you had 31.9 billion multiplied by $100, you're going to have 3,190,000, whatever, right? That's it. That's only if it goes to $100. Okay. So let's look at how much money is in the world. Okay. They're saying it's 36 trillion. Okay. So $36 trillion. That's the whole world. So $100 $100, just $100 would bring it to 3 trillion. So that's 10% of what the whole world has. Okay. So say it went to $1,000. Okay. So you multiply that. So yeah, it would, if it was $1,000 a Cardano, it would equal like basically all the money in the world. And do you think that one currency is going to replace like the Japanese yen, the US dollar, the Russian ruble, the Chinese yuan, all these currencies? You think the whole world's going to use Cardano? It could. I doubt it. But I'm saying, so, but even if it did do that, all it could possibly be worth roughly, because, money supplies change and so on and so forth, but marginally, like it would just be marginal. But it would, the most it could be if it had complete world domination. I mean, it eliminated every other crypto. It eliminated every single fiat currency in the world. The most it could ever be is $1,000. And I'm hearing guys are saying, oh, it's going to overtake Bitcoin. It'll be $20,000, $60,000, $100,000 a Cardano. It's impossible. It can never hit that, just because there's plain and simple too much supply. And like, you don't have to be Albert Einstein. It's very simple mathematics, right? And he's basically saying the same thing with Ethereum, and I've heard him talk about Bitcoin this way too. And he's right. Like there's like Ethereum can only get so high. Like it can't. You got to remember too, I think the two biggest corporations ever in world history, I think one of them is Apple, and there was a Dutch shipping company, like, during like the Mayflower period, like when the Mayflower came over to United States, but before it was the United States, obviously, but like it was a shipping company. I think it brought tobacco and tea and stuff like that, but there was some sort of a shipping company, and I can't remember the name. I think it was just called the Dutch Shipping Company or something like that. It was a very basic name, but I from what I understand, like if you adjusted it for inflation, that could probably be the most lucrative business corporation in world history. It was like, it dwarfs most other companies even today. I think maybe Apple comes close. Maybe Google or Alphabet, whatever they call themselves now, may come close. But that Dutch company back in like the I think it was started in the 1600s, the 15th. Like the 17th century or something like that. That they were. It was just huge. I could just look that up too. Okay, so now it's saying that I guess Microsoft is bigger, I guess, by market cap. Largest corporation in history. I think this is probably going to be, okay, well, I guess it's the United States of America. So they're saying, yeah, but anyways, I can't find it right now, but I remember seeing there was this Dutch company. Okay, 5 of the richest companies in history. Yeah, the richest companies in history. Here it is. The Dutch East India Company. This was the richest, I guess, with the exclusion of, they're saying that the United States is a corporation. I guess it is. It's incorporated. So I guess they deem that as a company or whatever. But this Dutch East India Company, you've definitely heard of Apple, but what about the Dutch East India Company? Did a 1911 Supreme Court decision result in more millionaires in America than any other court case? One example of how not to do it is to Rise and Fall Mississippi Company. Anyways, known under the initials of VOC, I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce that. The Dutch East India Company would be worth about $7.8 trillion today, founded in 1602. It accomplished globalist capitalism some 400 years before anyone else did. It became as a shipping company. It began as a shipping company with a 21-year monopoly on the Dutch spice market before branching almost every aspect of spice trade from production to consumer sales, while still keeping a massive footprint in the shipping industry at large for more than 100 years. But success came as a massive moral cost, foreign workers, imprisoned many. I think they had something to do with tobacco too. But anyways, this company here, like they said, in today's money would be worth $7.8 trillion. That's how big this company would be. Now, and this was like a total phenomenon, this thing. This was like a freak show, like how powerful this thing was. I've read about it before. Like this article, it gives you a lot of facts about, when it was started in 1602, what its market cap would be today, so on and so forth. It gives, some good information. But I remember seeing like a video about it, and this thing was a juggernaut. It was so powerful. And if for Cardano to get to $1,000, it would dwarf this. There's just no way. It's not going to happen. And again, this guy here, I think he has the right idea how you size it up. Like if you see a 10x in Ethereum, I think that's still good. But to think you're going to put in $100 and walk away with $1 million, it's not going to happen. It's just not. But if you have, like he's saying, hey, if you have 200 grand, it'll probably turn into 2 million, but you're already somebody who's well off if you can do that, So you gotta put things in perspective, right? Like very, very few people, I'm sure, there's going to be the odd one that put $10 into something and became a millionaire. But for the most part, like most people that are rich, they already started off with something, So anyways, yeah, get back to this corporation though, this Dutch East India Company. Look at this. Excuse me. So $7.8 trillion today. So the whole world only has $36 trillion, right? So if the whole world has 36.8 trillion and this company has 7.8. They had like just over 20% of the entire world's wealth. Like think about that. One company from a little country like Holland had 4.717% of the world's wealth. Like if it was in, because I would assume it's probably very similar today. Like if with it, they're doing adjusted for inflation, but if they were doing the business today with they were doing back then, they'd have more than 20% of all money in the world. This one company. Think about that. Like that's just insane. So you think Cardano is going to do that? They could, I don't know, but I'm saying they would have to destroy Bitcoin. It's destroy Ethereum. They'd have to destroy like all the cryptos. They'd have to destroy all the fiats. They'd have to destroy everything. Is it possible? I guess so. Well, this company, I guess when these guys started out, probably people laughed at them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how you're probably not going to do that. Well, they wound up being somebody winds up being a giant. Maybe it could be Cardano, but I'm just saying, I find it very hard to believe that thing's going to take over everything, because again, you got all the fiats to contend with, so on and so forth. But anyways, that's it for today. Just a little bit of a rant there. But yeah, I'm probably going to get back into Ethereum if I see a price drop. But right now, I'm just kind of chilling. But anyways, again, I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day. Take care.